Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick things off at your trim and tone new Wakanda Circuit is this. Here we go. So for your first exercise we have got your Spider-Man push-ups. So with this one you're going to place those hands on the ground, bring those knees around the outside, and then try to get them to tap that elbow as you drop into that push-up. Now you can see right here, this can be done from the knees as you do this. If you flex your feet, this will engage your hips a little bit better and also help you engage those lower abs to help with that stability. Let's keep this going for about 30 more seconds. Try to lead with your chest and chin on this one. Keep your eyes out and in front of your fingertips. Now, if you're not digging the push-up, say that's too much on your shoulders, keep it in that high plank and bring that knee around the outside and keep it going all the same. The real focus here is not just the chest mechanism, but also using those hips, opening them up, and using those obliques to make it happen. Let's keep this going for 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, we've got your side lunge with a hop. So you're going to go ahead, step out to the one side, come up, get that hop at the top. Now, as you do this, ladies and gents, if you're not digging the hop, you can get that calf raise in there and lessen that range in that side lunge if you are not digging that big, deep lunge. Otherwise, let's keep this going. We've got 45 seconds on the clock. Get those hands over those ears if your shoulders will allow it. And as you come down to that side lunge, make sure that you are sitting back on your heels as you do this. Because if you're not careful, this can be a lot of pressure on your knees. Getting deeper into those lunges for the last 20 seconds. Let's go, guys. You're almost halfway through. Or I should say more than halfway through. Let's keep it going. 14 seconds to go. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alright, ladies and gents, next up we've got your breakdancer high plank. Now, from this high plank position, you kick your foot through, tap the toe. If the toe's too low, you can always just kick the leg through or reach higher on the leg. And if you're not on the ground, that standing leg raise is more than welcome. The straighter the leg, the more intense this becomes for your hips and low abs. Keep those feet flexed. 40 seconds to go. Let's keep it moving. Now, instead of reaching, you can tuck that hand into the ribs, as you can see I'm doing right here. This will help with stabilization and forcing you to keep that center of gravity pretty close to the body. Here's an above view for you. You can see as I kick the leg through, I bend the knee a little bit to drive it, and then I extend the leg once I've gotten that foot where I want it to be. Tapping the toes, and remember, if the toe's too low, you can always tap the shin, or just keep those hands close to the body. Keep this going for 3, 2, 1. Next up, we have got your reverse lunge to a knee drive, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to drop that knee to the ground, get that hop in there. If you're not digging the hop, just the classic drive and keeping that foot flat is more than okay. Maybe stabilize before you drive the knee. Just keep it going for 45 seconds. Timer starts, 3 seconds to go. Let's move. Here's the front view for you. Keeping that chest up, eyes out and in front of you as you drive those knees, keeping this moving for 30 seconds. Almost there. Ten seconds to go. Keep it moving. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, with this next one, folks, we've got your single arm squat thrust. So you're going to plant the hand, kick the feet back, return, and come back up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let you know you can alternate and keep your feet wide. This will help. Now, you can step into this. You can hop into this. But remember, if that's too much, both hands on the ground for the classic squat thrust is okay. You can walk into that as well as hop into it, whatever works best for you. Or go for that range of motion, squat, reach the one hand down and get that reach at the top. Whatever works best for you. You've only got 30 seconds left. Let's keep it moving. Now, something to keep in mind with the squat thrust, it is about abdominal power. That is something hard to get through. So what you want to do is plant the hand, kick the feet back, tap the toes, bring them back in. It's a very quick movement. You want to boom, boom, keep it quick. This right here will actually help engage those abs nice and quick. Keep it going for 2, 1, done. Guess what, folks? We're back at the top with your Spider-Man planks. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, taking it down to the ground, or should I say Spider-Man push-ups. Get that push-up in there, bring that knee around the outside, keeping it right here. Now, remember, you want your eyes right beyond your fingertips. Don't crane your neck and try to look out into the distance, see what's going on in the room next to you. Feel free to go ahead, just keep your eyes focused on just the fingertips or right beyond them. This right here will give you the focus on your chest that you need and keep your abs engaged and keep you from rounding or arching that back. Keeping this going for 20 more seconds. Remember, this can be done from the knees and it also can be done from the wall. What you saw me doing on my toes, you just go ahead, step your feet back from the wall, plant the hands in line with the shoulders or right above them. And as you come, or right below them, and as you come down into it, let your shoulder, your chest make contact with those hands, and bring that knee up on the one side and repeat on the other for 2, 1. Next up, we've got your side lunge with a hop once again. Try to remember which side you hit previously and get back to it. Keeping it going. Reaching above the head, coming on down, and repeating. Now remember, the wider you step out that leg, the deeper you can get into that lunge, or depending upon your hip mobility, maybe that's not the case. Keep your hands on your hips and off of your legs. This will keep you from ending up in a resting position. You can go ahead, follow that toe with the eyes, but remember, if the hop's too much, the calf raise is more than okay. Let's keep this going for 25 more seconds. You're almost through. Get those hands over the head if your shoulders will allow it. Keep it going for 10 more seconds. You're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Next up, we've got your breakdancer high plank, taking it down to the ground. Try to keep that chest up, but something else to keep in mind, you can follow those toes with the eyes. Reach that hand out to the opposite foot as it comes around. And remember, taking it to the ground isn't the only option. Bring it standing with that alternating leg raise. 45 seconds on the clock. Let's keep it moving. Here's a side view for you. Keeping those hips drawn in, that belly button drawn in, those hips up but not too high. Keeping your back nice and rounded will keep your spine nice and safe. If you have any low back issues, this is perfect for you. Keeping this going for 7 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're up with that reverse lunge to a knee drive. Keeping this going. Step back, try to stick to the one side, and keep that weight on that heel as you come down, and come on back up again. Remember, you can stabilize as you come out of the lunge, tap the heel, come up, drive the knee, and repeat from there. You can get that hop in there, use the mat to stabilize, let your knee land on something soft if you like, keeping it right here. And remember, if bending the knee is a problem for you, much like Jon Snow, keep that rear leg straight. Keep this going for 23 more seconds. We're almost through. Drive those hips back as you come down, keeping it going. Three, 2, 1. Single arm squat thrust coming at you. Planting that hand, kicking those feet back. Tap the toes, bring it back in. Repeat. Remember, one hand too much, go for 2. Step it back if you have to. The wider your feet, the easier this is going to be. It's much like having a tripod. Plant the hand, kick the feet back nice and wide. Come on back up and repeat from there. Now I place my hand behind the back just for that stability. It helps with my shoulder mobility. It's kind of just like a secret thing I kind of do. But honestly, if you just want to let your hand hover off of the ground, so just in case that one arm is not holding you up today, that is more than okay as well. You've only got 20 more seconds of this, folks, so let's keep it moving. Nothing you haven't already done. Remember, if you're not taking it to the floor, plant the hands as you come down into that squat, and then just come back out of it. skip the squat thrust and stick to the squats for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back up with those Spider-Man push-ups, taking it back down to the ground. Remember, this can be done from the wall, this can be done from the ground, this can be done from the knees. Just because it's low impact doesn't mean it's slow impact, so push as hard as you can. Let's go. Keeping this going for 20 more seconds, and then we have got your side lunge with a hop coming at you. Final 10 seconds. Rep them out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Side lunge with that hop coming at you. Here we go. Stepping out nice and wide. Boom. Up, get that reach. Now I'm alternating sides here. This is the last time through, so feel free to go ahead, stick to one. I'll let you know when you're halfway to switch. Otherwise, feel free to rep it out, alternating sides, keeping it going for 40 more seconds. Follow those toes, keep those shoulders back, chest up. Guess what, folks? We're halfway. Go ahead, switch sides, coming on up, get that hop at the top. Bring those feet together, get those hands over your head if your shoulders will allow it. Final 15 seconds, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, we've got your breakdancer high plank, taking it down to the ground. Remember, this can be done while standing, raising those legs opposite hand, opposite foot, rotating that core. Same thing on the ground. Follow those toes with those eyes. You can kick the foot through, tuck the arm into the shoulder. This will add for greater mobility and actually force you to pivot on that rear leg. Then you can kick that leg even higher, as you can see here. Let's keep this going for 35 more seconds. We're almost through. You got this. Remember, folks, slow down if you have to, regress if you have to, speed up if you can, and if you're not on the ground, you can keep it standing with that leg raise, alternating sides. Final 10 seconds though. Let's go for broke here. Keeping it going for 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we go. Single arm squat, reverse lunge with a knee drive. You're going to go ahead, step back into that lunge, and drive that knee at the top. Come on up, drive, and repeat from there. Now you can stick to one side the whole time, or you can alternate throughout. Here we go, whichever works best for you. Either way, I will show you and tell you when you're at that halfway point. Let's keep it going. Now you can see right here the progression I've just come up with is a reverse lunge with a skip, so I can switch. Either way, you can go ahead and just stick to just the one side. Keeping it going. Halfway point, switch sides, ladies and gentlemen, almost there. Final 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, single arm squat thrust. Plant that hand, kick those feet back a little wider than hip width apart for that stability. The closer those feet are, the harder this is. Keeping that in mind, let's keep this going in 3, 2, 1. Both hands if need be. Let's go. Alright folks, we're officially halfway. Switch arms if you haven't already or haven't been. Remember, squat and reach for the floor with those fingertips or that palm, whatever works best for you. Keeping this going for just 10 more seconds, ladies and gents. We're almost through. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, ladies and gents. Nice work. You've got a minute on the clock to go ahead and get yourself a drink of water and loosen up those shoulders. We're going to be jumping back into this in just a few. Now remember, when it comes to hydrating during a workout, you don't want to go chugging the whole bottle. Maybe have 1 sip, 2 sips, and then get right back to it, especially if you've got a whole nother half of workout coming your way, which you do, just letting you know. We've got another 5 exercises coming at you. 45 seconds back on the clock. Keep your shoulders back, chest up, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Deep breaths here, ladies and gents. We're going to be jumping back into it with your high plank to deep lunge. And if you want to up the intensity on this, you're going to be looking at your beast push-ups. Very similar action. You're going to get that push-up in, bring in the leg. But as you bring in the leg, you want to rotate your chest towards the knee that's coming up. So here you go. Bam. Down. Push up. Come up. Bring the leg. Rotate towards the knee. Alright. Kicking this actual exercise off in 10 seconds. Here we go. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That's the good stuff right there. Keep that chest up, shoulders rolled back, eyes out in front of you. And remember, if the push-up, again, is not for you, it is the rotation that is the focus here. We're looking for flexibility, mobility, and core strength, not necessarily worrying about that chest. The chest will come along later. We want to make sure that your core can stabilize you through this action and that your lats have this range of motion. Let's keep this going for 15 more seconds, almost through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next up, we've got your long jumps with a bear crawl back. So you're going to go ahead, starting at one side of your mat, get that long jump forward, land, plant the hands, and walk yourself backwards in that low bear crawl. Now remember, if that's not for you, you can get the long jump and the duck walk back instead and repeat from there. Whatever works best for you. You've got 45 seconds on the clock and 7 of them are already gone. Now if the long jump is too much for you, you can duck walk forward and bear crawl back. Maybe it's the jarring action of landing on those feet. Maybe that's too much. But whatever you do, try to keep your hips back, weight in your heels as you move forward in that walk forward or bear crawl back, and keep your shoulders in line with those elbows and wrists and your knees under those hips for that bear crawl. Let's keep this going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now something to keep in mind, no matter what kind of superhero you are, sometimes you get knocked down, but you just got to get back up again. So we've got your burpees, chest to the floor, get that hop, hands above those ears. That right there is a Spartan classic. If you're not digging that, you've got that squat thrust with that hop or that squat and reach. Either way, ladies and gents, you've only got 40 seconds on the clock. Let's keep it going, keep it moving. Down to the floor, chest down, up, and hands above the head. Let's go. You're more than halfway through, folks. Nothing you haven't already done, whether you're squatting and reaching. Now remember, if you are taking it to the ground, you find your chest isn't quite there at that push-up level. Take it down to the ground and bring it up bit by bit. Come all the way down to the floor, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes, and then up or squat thrust with that reach at the top for 3, 2, 1. Next up, we've got your around the world lunge. Let's give those shoulders a rest, shall we? You're going to go ahead, step forward into your forward lunge, step back into your reverse lunge, and then across the body for your reverse. There is a side lunge in there. Let me go ahead and give you a better view of that in just a few moments here. Here we go. And forward lunge, side lunge, reverse lunge, and then across that center line into that curtsy style. This is a lesson in strength, balance, and etiquette, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Keep that chest up, following those toes with the eyes if you like. The ground will be there at the end. If you're finding your rear leg is not digging that bend, Keep that rear leg straight as you step into that reverse lunge, as you saw me do just a few seconds ago. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this one's kind of fun. We've got your squat jacks Wakanda style. So start with that right over left, come down into that squat jack, and come right back up. Now if you're not digging the hop, you can step into it, keeping it right here. Now remember, it is right over left when it comes to the Wakandan salute. Keep that chest up, shoulders back. You can hop into it, you can step into it, whatever works best for you. 35 seconds on the clock, let's keep it moving. Hips back, weight in the heels. Lift those toes if you can. 25 seconds on the clock, almost through. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are back at the top with those beast push-ups or those planks to deep lunges. Whatever works best for you. You're going to take it down to the ground using those shoulders, keeping that core nice and tight. So draw that belly button into that spine, eyes out in front of those fingertips. Push up, bring up the leg, rotate towards that leg, raise the same hand of the knee that's forward. You got this. Bam. 35 seconds on the clock. You're almost there. Remember, this can be done from the knees. This can be done from the toes. If you're on the wall, you're just going to go ahead and get the rotation and skip the knee drive. Keeping this going for 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alright, we've got that long jump to bear crawl back. So, go ahead, start at the one end of your mat. Get that long jump forward. You can walk it or you can hop it. Whatever works best for you. Duck walk forward and back. Keep those weight in those heels regardless. Pump the arms to help with that balance. You can duck walk forward and then bear crawl back. You can duck walk forward and duck walk back. Whatever works best. But if you've got that long jump in you, try to land on the balls of those feet. Rock back to the heels to absorb that shock like a spring. Let's keep it going. 29 seconds. A little less than 30. You got this. Let's rock. Seconds to go. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alright, next up we've got your around the world lunge. Remember, step forward in that first lunge, revert, side lunge, and repeat from there. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're at your burpees, ladies and gentlemen. Plant those hands, get that chest up to the ground. You can go for the squat and reach. You can go for the squat thrust or the classic burpee coming up bit by bit. Shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. Here's a side view for you. Squat and reach for option 1. If you're not digging that and want to up the intensity, you can go for the squat thrust or the burpee. Let's keep it moving. Final 7 seconds, folks. Let's keep it moving. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now it is time for your around the world lunge. So here we go. You're going to go ahead, step forward in your first lunge, and then out to the side for your side lunge, back, and then across that center line with that same leg for that crossover. This right here is going to hit everything in your legs, from your hips, your IT bands, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. Everything's getting a little attention here. So make sure you keep your weight primarily on your stationary leg's heel. So as I step back, my front leg's heel stays on the ground, and so does my rear leg's heel on that front lunge as well. Keep that chest up, core nice and tight. Keep that balance. sometimes it helps to find something to focus on out in the distance, whether it's the window across the way, whether you're working out with somebody and they're standing in front of you and they've just got a really nice pair of sneakers. Keep it going for 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Alright, here come your Wakanda squat jacks. Remember, hands to those shoulders, right over left. You do not need to do the Wakanda salute, but hey, that's the whole focus of this workout, isn't it? Let's keep it going. Chest up, shoulders back. You got this. You can hop into it. You can step into it. If the salute is too much, you can go ahead and skip it. If the squat is too much or the hopping is too much, step as low as you can into it. Keep that chest up, kind of like a nice little skater action here. Let's keep this going for 25 seconds. We're almost through. Final 10 seconds, ladies and gents. Let's keep it going for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back at the top with your beast push-ups. Now remember, get your chest as low to the floor as you can, and as you press forward, bring that knee up and then turn your chest towards it as you raise that same side arm. Kicking this off in 2, 1. This is it, folks. Last time through. Follow those fingertips with the eyes as you get that rotation. Keep your core nice and tight, keeping it moving for 35 seconds. You're almost through. Remember, this can be done from the wall or the knees if you're on the ground. Whatever works best for you. 7 seconds to go. Let's keep it moving for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, here come those long jumps with that bear crawl back. Now remember, you can duck walk it forward and duck walk it back. Pump those arms as you move, or you can duck walk it forward and bear crawl back. Walk those hands in, or stick to the classic exercise with that long jump and that bear crawl. Let's keep it moving. 40 seconds on the clock. Alright folks, here we go. Final 10 seconds. Let's keep it moving. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, we've got your burpees coming at you. Remember, chest to the floor. Get that hop at the top. Not digging that, you can go for the squat and reach or the squat thrust. Remember, this is all about hip mobility and full body work. So, whatever you're doing, make sure everything is being worked. Get those hands over those heads. Let's keep it moving. Here we go. 40 seconds left on the clock. Chest to the floor if you were taking that full-blown burpee. If not, keep that chest up. Shoulders roll back as you come down to that squat thrust. We got this, ladies and gents. 25 seconds to go. Final 20. Let's go ham. Chest to the floor. Get that hop at the top. 15 to go. Woo! Bit by bit if you have to. Remember, a lot of times we think the burpee needs a push-up, when in actuality, no, it's about getting your chest to the floor and standing back up again. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. Done. Walk it off. Get that deep breath in there, because in 5 seconds, we've got your around the world lunge. Here we go. Step back, out to the side, and then that reverse lunge. 2, 1. There we go. Forward lunge, chest up. Reverse lunge, side lunge, reverse lunge, and then that crossover. Try to keep that chest up as you do this, ladies and gents. Here we go. $20 seconds left on the clock. Let's keep it moving, keep it going. You're a little more than halfway through, so now's your time to switch legs if you haven't already. Keep that heel planted, depending upon where that leg is located, for 7 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we go. Wakanda squat jacks coming at you. Remember, right over left, chest up, core tight. Let's see it. Draw that belly button into that spine. We're kicking this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, not digging that hop. You can step into it. Not digging that Wakanda salute. Maybe that's a little too much on the shoulders. Keep your hands a little bit lower. Just bring them close to the body. Keep it going for 35 more seconds. We're almost through. You can add that hop in there, keeping those feet off the ground. We're almost there. Let's keep it going for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Awesome work today. Way to make time for you. And thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey to do better. With that said, folks, if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe right here on the YouTube page. Or if you want to hear the method behind the fitness, check me out on anchor.fm and just search Nerd Coaching. Or you can look wherever you listen to your podcast. Have a great rest of your day, folks. And remember, speed up if you can, slow down if you have to, but never, ever stop.